Welcome everyone to the 61st edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I am your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and I want to start the show with Raw review. So I've been busy the past few days. I haven't gone around to it. I'm kind of a day later with this or so here it goes. Raw review. Well, start off the show. Well, first it was a brawl between Rollins and Riddle and Seth Rollins, and went over the arena. So that started the show. We didn't see much of him after that, but that was how the show began. Obviously, they're going to be fighting at Clash of the Castle, so we're looking forward to that match. And then we had Trish Stratus returns, and Bayley and her group Control, which is also Dakota Kai, Neil Sky, also confronted her. And we got they trash talking back and forth, and looks like Trish going to say, I'm coming out of retirement, but she didn't say anything. She didn't say it, because Bayley came out and was like interrupting her. So then Bianca Belair came out, and she put over Trish put over her, and they were like saying outnumbered 3-2, but then came Alexa and Asuka to even up the sides. We also had a match. Io and Dakota advanced to the semifinals the finals in the women's tag team title tournament, beating Alexa and Asuka. Also, highlight of the match, great match of the night, was KO and Kevin Owens and Chad Gable, and they went like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it was a great match. Phenomenal, and KO's great ball, and Chad Gable's one of the most underrated guys in the business, and glad to see he's doing a lot. I noticed they're not teaming him up with Otis a lot. It looks like him as a solo. If Gable's like the muscle, Otis is like the muscle guy, like the bodyguard, but it looks like they're pushing, sorry, it's got a little like that. It's like, Gable is like a solo star, which is good, because I think he has a lot of talent. Big surprise of the night. So being the favorite thing on the show, next to the stuff with Trish and KO, was probably Johnny Gargano returning. I thought this was like the highlight to me of the night, because it was rumored that, he was looking at all this stuff. So was he going to come back to WWE? Was he going to AEW or Impact or New Japan? But he decided to stay in WWE, and then he debuts on Raw. And, got confronted by Theory, who, if you watch NXT, were part of the way, and they took him in like he was like his wrestling son. Talk about Theory to Gargano. I thought Theory developed as a character with the way. Definitely helped him out along the main roster so far, and so that's going to be a feud. Looks like Theory and Gargano. It's good matches. Theory's still Mr. Money in the Bank, so we got that. So he could cash it in anytime. I don't know when it's going to happen, but could happen. Of course, Roman Reigns, the Undisputed WWE Champion. How long is he going to hold on to both titles? Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler, another good match. Balor won. And, Judgment's obviously Judgment Day. We'll talk about that later, because we had Edge and Damian Priest in the main event. We'll get to that later, but Balor won with the coup de grace for the top rope and pinned Ziggler. Also, another shock in the moment was the Kidnapping during the AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, and Miz and Ciampa match, where match was good. AJ and Miz are on the outside, and it looks like AJ first getting attacked by a guy. It wasn't Dexter Lewis. Like a guy with like brown hair. I don't know who it was, but it was a guy. You could only get like a distant photo of him, and you couldn't see. He attacked AJ. And then behind Miz was Dexter Loomis, and Loomis kidnapped Miz and took away, and we don't know what happened. After that, the match got like thrown out. I don't remember what happened after that, but that was how that went. Speaking of Loomis, I'll talk to him in my NXT 2.0 review. I got something to tell you about there. And yeah, so on the main event, it was Edge and Damian Priest. Edge wins clean. It's a good match. Good match. Great heat to it. Obviously they're in Toronto, and Toronto's hot crowd, and Edge is from there. Same with Trish. She came back. Toronto's her hometown. After the match, the other members of Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor, interfered. And it looked like they were about to hit Edge with like a chair or something, but Beth Phoenix, who's Edge's wife, came in and took the chair away, and she brought the chair in and Edge, they had the chance to fight off Judgment Day. So we could see a mixed tag match at Clash of the Castle. I'm not sure what we'll see Monday night. So that's Raw. NXT 2.0, another good show. We talked the NXT Invasion last episode. We got two matches, big matches that were officially signed at the end of the night. I'll tell you right now, it was a unification match between Braun Breaker, NXT Champion, and Tyler Bate, the NXT UK Champion. And we also have a Unification 3 triple threat match. Unification match triple threat with Mandy Rose, NXT Women's Champion, Miko Satomura, NXT UK Women's Champion, and Blair Davenport. So, the winner of that with both titles. I wouldn't be shocked if Blair Davenport wins that, because right now she doesn't have any titles, and I think she could benefit a lot. And if they're bringing up, because we had talked to tracks on the main roster, Mandy Rose is going to go up with them, so look at that way. And I don't know about Miko Satomura if she's going to go to the main roster or if she stays in NXT. We'll see how that goes from there. But I wouldn't be surprised if Blair Davenport wins that match and wins both titles. And in the NXT men's match, I could definitely see Braun Breaker winning. The reason why they're doing this with NXT UK is because they're consolidating the titles, because they're going to start up NXT UK Europe in a few, but at January at the beginning of next year, so they're going to kind of consolidate all the NXT UK titles instead of just making NXT Europe titles. So it kind of makes sense. Main event. I thought the main event was good. It was the Tiffany Stratton versus Wendy Chu in a lights out match, and the match was in the dark. For what the limitations with the lighting and stuff, they had a really good match. I thought, great match it seemed. And consider the fact that Tiffany Stratton's only been in WWE less than a year, and Wendy Chu's been around a little longer. She's a veteran, but with the characters, you wouldn't, Tiffany Stratton played the spoiled rich girl, and Wendy Chu's the slack, she's like a sleepyhead kind of type, So, but the match once they got in the ring was pretty good. There's good spots there. Wendy Chu went for the fittest canes when she gave a Uranagi slam to Tiffany Stratton onto her bed outside. It was they used chairs and sticks, purses. They had Legos. Instead of thumbtacks, they used Legos. A good move. Tiffany Stratton hits a moonsault miss, but it came off well the way it was execution, but she missed. Good stuff there. Overall, it's a good match. I think Tiffany Stratton's got a lot of potential, and Wendy Chu's good, so it worked out well. Back to what I was saying about Dexter Lumis, follow up on that, we had the Index reunion, and that was a good, real good Sorry, that was good stuff because it actually had a cliffhanger storyline. Looked like because they were Index, Indy Hartwell, and Dexter Lumis were married in storylines. So after Indy lost her match to Blair Davenport, who made her debut on the show earlier, and that's how that set up. After that match is how they set up the triple threat with Mandy and Miko. But after that was Indy Hartwell still at ringside, and you know how it feels like I'm at rock bottom, and I try to do things right. She's on her own, and so luck wasn't going away. But all of a sudden, here comes Dexter, and they end up together. And then at the end of the thing, they're backstage there at the Performance Center, Capital Wrestling Center in Orlando, where they do NXT 2.0. And he gives her a note and stuff, and the cops are out there. He turned himself in because he did cap his on the night before. On Monday, because this is on Tuesday, so I don't know. This means Indy goes to the main roster, perhaps? Who knows? So I know she's been in NXT for 2 years, so now could be the time to call her up. One thing I'll say, these NXT calls are a lot better now that Triple H is on the main roster running things. I mean, the continuity of characters from what they were, it's a lot better, because before Ziggler, he would change names and stuff, and I think they dropped that. They're going to have their names when they go from NXT to the main roster, where it's Raw and SmackDown. And we got SmackDown coming on in 8 o'clock, so we should see coming there. Alright, what's going on? Oh, Patriots game tonight too. Head-to-head with SmackDown. We also have Patriots against the Raiders. SmackDown, we got stuff going on. The main thing is Drew McIntyre against Sami Zayn, which would be good. It should be great. And I think after they're taping next week's SmackDown, because they got to go to Cardiff, Wales for the Classic Castle on the Sunday, so next week's SmackDown is retaped. And you don't want to look at spoilers, so I advise you not to look for the spoilers. If you want to know what happens on Friday, next week. Okay, we got Patriots tonight, 8 o'clock. They're playing the Raiders out in Vegas. I think, they're making a lot about this big game, because it has Jock Mateus, who, of course, was always with the Patriots for all those years, and people thought he was going to take over when Bill Belichick stepped aside. Didn't happen. He's in Vegas now, and of course he helped out a lot. He was great with Tom Brady and all the quarterbacks he did work with. He helped out a lot with Mac Jones last year, and Mac Jones made the playoffs last year, and we don't know what's going to happen now because got these guys, Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. We don't have official coordinating yet. They're like assistant head coaches. So technically, it's Bill running the team, or the offense, I guess, and Judge because have the fill and stuff. So I don't know, but it's just see what kind of game we have tonight. Last preseason game because they start the season in Miami in a few weeks, which I don't know why it's gonna be so damn hot in Miami. I thought they usually have that game in the wintertime because the weather'd be better in Miami. It'd be be cool and nice. Up here, it's it's hot here, but Miami's gonna be 100-something degrees with the humidity down there. If you haven't been to Miami, you know what I'm talking about. So that's that. Okay. Well, I'll get going. Enjoy whatever show you watch. In the New England area, Smackdown or the Patriots Raiders game. I'll be seeing you soon. Have a good night. Bye bye.